now that the Holocaust narratives from World War II, all of the like white supremacy ideas that Jews are, oppressed people, all those narratives are sort of coming to an end and like breaking containment, Nick's breaking containment. How do you see the identity of the country sort of shifting from, one thing to the next? It's sort of an E. Michael Jones idea of the republic is ending and these lies of 80 years ago are now coming to find the truth, and that we can't live with those categories of mind, which is sort of my question. Like, who's white, Myron?
What was that? Who's white? Who's white?
Yeah, who's white?
What do you mean who's white?
And when we say someone's white, who are white? Are Lithuanians
I think most of the time
white?
they would define it by being from Europe, right?
Yeah.
Is that how they would define it? But no, I mean, look, dude, I'm super happy that censorship is pushed back a bit, is getting pushed back a bit, and people like, Nick are getting the recognition they deserve. People like myself that have been censored, Andrew Tate, right? They censored him for a while. He's making a comeback. So, I've seen Sneeko around. So it's good that censorship is kind of receding a bit and these ideas are able to get out there.
Is Sneeko white?
No, he's actually Haitian and Filipino.
Like, the really is like, who decides who's white? Because I find that as soon as you identify as white, you're a racist, you're an oppressor, you're the talker. It's like a false category from the Holocaust narratives that if you support white people, you're associated with Hitler and you're bad. So the question of like, if you identify as this false category, Jews are Jews white? That's really like when we.
Well, they'll tell you no.
Exactly.
Like they'll say yes sometimes, and they'll tell you no other times. It depends.
So this idea that you identify as white is just this false category that you will immediately fall into a funnel that you can't win, and that's, they codified it into law during the Bacon's Rebellion and the Lithuanian threw the rock at Martin Luther King at Marquette Park. Like, all of that were instances where they got to codify this into law and say whites and blacks are different, but they didn't really leave it up to what is white, who is white exactly. But
well, my stance on this is I think everyone should be able to practice a love for their skin color and a love for their people. It just so happens, though, for some odd reason, right? If you want to say, Black Power, great. If you want to say, Viva la raza in Mexico, they say great. If you say, love you long time, China, great. Nobody cares. But if you say white power, then they say, oh, you're a white supremacist and you're evil and you need to lose your job. I think everybody should be able to, practice nationalism to a degree. There's nothing wrong with loving your skin color, loving your people. And here's the other thing that I also want to say. Just because you love your people doesn't mean you hate others. For some odd fucking reason, we sit here and we say, well, you're a black nationalist, you're a white nationalist, or you're a Hispanic nationalist, and you that means you hate everyone else. No, you can love your people while simultaneously saying, I want to be around my people, but I still don't hate others. And for some odd reason, it's like, it's got to be all or nothing with these people, and they have to make it like, and this is how they like demonize people. And I've noticed with white people, they do it the most. If you say anything where like, yeah, I'm pro-white, I love being white. Oh, that's racist. There's nothing wrong with that, because we don't have a problem with people like, these black nationalists running around saying like, I'm a black nationalist. We don't say anything with that.
Right.
So I look at it like, if we're going to go ahead and allow people to love their race and love their people, we need to extend that to everyone.
Right. Well, if Hitler's pro-white and we still believe that he was the devil, then it's hard to be pro-white when the devil was pro-white, the most evil man on earth. Is America the best country south of heaven?
Yeah, I think America's the best country for sure, yeah.
Do we need more white babies?
I mean, I'll tell you this. I think America thrived the most when it was a white majority country. I think mass immigration is a problem, because what ends up happening when you have mass immigration is, unfortunately, you have mass infiltration of different cultures. And these different cultures, a lot of times, might not adhere to the values that this country is founded upon. And then your country slowly changes. I mean, you can look at somewhere like Toronto or London, where, it's like filled with people that might not have the same values. Like, look, if people are going to come in and assimilate, that's one thing. But let's be honest, most immigrants don't. They retain their culture. They retain their background. They don't want to assimilate. They don't want to learn English. They want people to change around them, and that's a problem. So that's the issue when it comes to the mass immigration.
I heard this today that do you think that the idea that God is punishing us with an immigrant for every abortion that we've had in the country, that's the punishment, is that we've been given all these immigrants for every abortion that we've had? It's like 44 million abortions a year or something like that.
We need to definitely bring the birth rate up, right? Japan has a really low birth rate, and they're kind of like on a decline as much as they've been, innovating on other things. So yeah, we definitely, this is the importance of, this is why feminism is such a problem, man.